We are in Browns Park. Well, it was Browns Park until about 1881. And from 1881 to 1890, it was Greenwood Park, a city. But it was in 1890 the city of Des Moines annexed it in. And around 1900 to 1920, the development really started. They brought in builders that build all sorts of different architectural styles, from Victorian to arts and crafts to Tudor Style, and it really became the prestigious part of Des Moines. The churches like St. Augustine Church, Plymouth Congregational Church, and the United Church of Christ really began to build this community. And a century later, here we are. It is still the prestigious part of Des Moines, and we're going to take you on a tour and show you all the different parts. The first style we're going to talk about is the Tudor style. The Tudor style architecture was founded in 1480 in England. That is a long time ago and a long ways away. But when it was founded, it was largely made up of elaborate stonework, elaborate brickwork. It was made up of half timbering and steep roof lines. And it wasn't until about 1920 when it was adopted here in North America. The Tudor style became widely popular in North America because builders were thirsty for a new style. And the timeline fits right in line with this home right here. This particular home was built in 1923. They didn't implement the stonework and the elaborate brick, but they did implement the half timbering and the steep roof lines. Some of the allure to these homes that are south of Grand are the things that they've kept from long ago. The styles that they've adapted, but they've also modernized some of these homes too, and there's also a good mix between them. Like this home we're in right now at 303 51st Street. This home has been modernized, but they still have some of the things that you just can't help but notice that come from the original house. So you walk through this house and you'll see things like the new LVP floor. They clearly didn't have that in 1923. They went with a lot of the grays, those tones that you see from 2020 to today to make this home feel a little bit more modern. But they still have some of those things that catch your eye, like the Gothic arches that surround the living room. The lead panes in the front window. And that front door, solid wood with an arch. It's an amazing front door that you just don't find in homes today. Or the attic that's finished. You don't find that in a house that's built today. It's the older homes where they finish those attic spaces. But you find the slopes in the ceiling that match the steep slopes outside. You have so many features in this home. One of my favorite features are the glass doorknobs. They kept those original knobs, the original solid core doors. And the kitchen behind me has been renovated and updated. It's got a little bit of the old history in it, but for the most part, it brings in some of those modern finishes that you might want in a home today. One of the things that's really interesting about South of Grand neighborhood is you'll have so many different architectural styles. You'll also find some homes that have history, some of them that have not really been touched, that haven't been updated quite like this one has, which really brings that character and that culture into the neighborhood that brings so many people to this area. So when you walk right outside of this house, you can feel the history of the neighborhood because you don't find oak trees that are as tall as these are and as many as they have. And they are absolutely gorgeous. I love driving down these streets. Plus the wildlife around here is absolutely amazing. And before we head to the next home, I'm going to enjoy this beautiful home from this gazebo.